Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, welcome to the recording of Team Ohio versus Washington. We are getting started here, and I guess we can.
These are good.
Yeah, and this looks like a great opening hand.
This looks like Marshall opening.
Yes, and then we don't have sock govs. Um, so
I got 14, 16 ops though.
yeah.
17 ops.
Okay. All right. So Marshall opening is normally 3-2-3. And then one in Iran?
Yep, that's good by me.
All right.
All right, I gotta get caught up here. We led Marshall. Let's see, Comic Con we have.
So what do we want to hold? I'm not entirely sure.
Truman probably.
Or possibly Comic-Con maybe to just like not
Let's not go give us a space shot to
right,
speak
but I
of.
guess if we had to discard anything, like let's crazy scenario where we are unable to hold anything. Okay, here's Suez.
Okay.
Like let's say next turn we have nothing to discard to blockade. At least Comic-Con would be something to discard to blockade.
Well, we're also looking at maybe hold Truman with the East European unrest last turn.
Oh, okay.
Steal West Germany or steal East Germany from them.
That could be cool. Yeah, I guess especially if they destall out of East
Yep.
Germany.
Well,
So
even not the East European will drop it. Well, it'll only drop it down to 3.
right, right. But if they destall out,
Yep.
okay, so they're probably going to coup Iran here.
I expect them to take us out of Israel, and then it's a hard call: 2 out of France or 2 out of UK.
Yeah, and then with us out of Israel, they'll probably want to coup Iran in order to get us out of the Middle East. In which case, we could either try to get to Libya through Algeria, or we could just walk into Syria through Turkey.
Yep. They're not getting out of the Suez what they wanted. Okay, they took 2 out of France. Okay.
Here's Warsaw for a coup in Iran. Okay, so they knock us out.
Okay, so we need to get in. No
Right.
ops would be nice.
So we can't, we're unable to both take Syria and repair France. Um, so
I think Syria is our bigger priority
yeah.
because we would need presence, even though they don't have presence either, but they have a foothold. We don't.
Right. So we could do 3 Syria,
Yep.
and then maybe 1 Malaysia.
Well, that gives them a coup target, but I don't like going in there with DEFCON 4. But I think that's probably, or we could just toss one in Turkey to, or back into France.
Right, but having exactly 2 in France leaves,
Okay, De Gaulle. Yep,
yeah.
got it.
And so this only thing that this is vulnerable to is duck and cover. And so we could hypothetically coup Iraq, and that would give us Thailand.
Okay,
All right, let's.
and we used NATO for that.
Yep. I guess I could have used nuclear test ban. So then, yeah, we're gonna want to repair France, get our mill ops. So let's say they just space or something like that. Um, I think that cooing Iraq seems pretty appealing.
It's 50-50 chance, right?
Right.
Or we can reestablish Israel. Oh, we can't zoom in. What about just taking Israel? Oh no, we still got the Arab-Israeli war.
Yeah, don't wanna risk
Yep,
that. Even
yep.
even if it was a 1 in 6, I would hate to have
Oh
a
yeah,
eight
that
op
would be.
flip. That seems bad. Yeah, so the fact that they haven't done a duck and cover coup of Malaysia yet suggests to me that they don't have it. So that's a relief of sorts. Oh, here it is.
Just talking about it. Yep.
Okay. So that gives them Thailand.
Well, we still got all three of the scoring areas open. Maybe establish our dom in uh, Europe, just in case they're sitting on it.
Right, we could retake, and then we could threaten a
Yep.
jam of Thailand.
They're still sitting with the China card, so it's not much of a threat.
Right. But maybe we could get the China card out of their hand. Um, hmm. Could also just do a 2 op coup of Iraq to try to get our mill ops, and if we get a
We can get lucky.
5 or a 6, then we're in really good shape as far as the Middle East. Of course, that would give them Lebanon. There's also Indonesia is kind of vulnerable right now as well.
Okay,
So what if we did Malaysia, Indonesia, and France?
I like that. Keeps the country count good.
Yeah.
Threat establishes our dom in Europe.
Or instead of Malaysia, we could do Lebanon.
Yeah, that would give us a coup target. I like Malaysia better though.
What if we? Okay, so like we threaten Thailand, so they have to take
Right.
Thailand. Then we grab Lebanon, and that way, when they take Thailand, we'll be able to coup Iraq, and then we'll have Lebanon. And then we can use a 3-op for that. Yeah, this way we can get our mill ops and not give up Lebanon at the same time.
Okay, we just don't. If they have the European scoring card, they're going to be sneaking through.
Right, but then we'll get Thailand.
Okay, that seems reasonable. More than one threat. And what did we use to do that?
NORAD. Or, yeah, NORAD, yeah. So I'm pretty sure they just take Thailand here.
Actually, if we're able to hold nuclear test ban
Yeah,
and Truman to the end, nuclear test ban would break control of East Germany, and then Truman on the headline will take it.
true. That's interesting. I would definitely want to have France before we do that, but yeah, that's something
It's
we
a
could.
thought. It's just
It's a
idle
fun
thought right now.
gambit there. And yeah, again, let's say that we coup here and they destall. Okay, here's the China card.
That's nice to see. Yep, that's a good play.
All right, so I think that we coup them here to get our mill ops and potentially knock them out of Iraq. It's just a question of how big of a coup
Uncommitted.
do we want to do?
Well, if we're planning on the nuclear test ban, using nuclear test ban to jam East Germany, then we can use Eastern European to get the coup. That gives us a decent chance of getting in.
Okay. Well, the thing about the nuclear test ban jam of and then using Truman is that um, even if we end up with East Germany, since Warsaw is still around,
Oh, yep, yep,
they
yep,
can still wipe us out of East Germany with Warsaw.
yep. Okay.
Um, but yeah, it's a question of like, do we want to conserve ops or do we want a better chance? Like I could, since we only need 2 mill ops, independent reds feels efficient.
Yeah. Plus, we want to get that back in the deck anyhow.
Okay, so you good with independent
Yep.
reds, or do you want to do EU?
No, independent red's good.
All right, let's get a 6 here. All right, hey, I'll take 5. That's great.
That gives them a question,
Yeah, exactly.
and then
Actually, now we should think about getting into Jordan, and we might actually. Well, no, they can go get to Pakistan through Afghanistan. Okay, well that's true. Yeah, so they should probably go Afghanistan now because that gives them Asia Dom, and
a path to Iran.
yeah, but they also need to get presence in. Yeah, they should probably take Afghanistan. Okay, yeah. So if we, yeah, maybe we should have used a 3-op there. All right, so
There's
here's
Romanian.
Romanian.
Okay.
They go to Israel. That's interesting.
Hmm. Well, Iraq is good. Since they didn't go to Afghanistan, that could give us Iran, or at least threatens Iran.
Right. So yeah, so we could place into Jordan to get adjacency to Iraq,
Yep. And two to finish off France.
and 2 to finish off France. Okay, that sounds good. And then they still have to worry about Middle East presence.
We have the only domination right now
And one thing we could do is since we have the China card, we could always use nuclear test ban
to
to
jam Thailand.
slam into North Korea.
Oh yeah, Okay, there's the Arab Israeli. And we use stock gubs for that, right? No, East European unrest. There we go. All right.
So, do we want to use Truman to just go one into Iraq?
Uh, that gives us a 4 at the end. We have the China card. Yeah, I guess.
Or would you rather use Comic Con? Um,
Well, if they're holding blockade, that means we have to give up nuclear test ban for it.
yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, so this way we get Iran back. Okay, there's Middle East scoring for one for them. And then
Yep.
yeah, we could go to Iran. So we have adjacency to Pakistan, and then we could poke North Korea, um, threatening to take that back with the China card. And we have a adjacency to Pakistan now. So this,
I like that.
okay. Let me just see if there's anything else pressing.
I mean, they got too much work to do in Europe, so that domination is pretty set. So we're fighting over Asia right now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, great. Okay, so we
And we
so we end up
control the
with
scoring.
Asia. We have IP wars, so Pakistan is completely safe for us.
Unfortunately, we also have CIA.
Yeah. Yeah, the ops aren't great here, but we had amazing ops last turn, so that's good.
Yep.
So we can't headline Asia because that would if they headline Vietnam, we could get
Yep. I agree.
domed there. Um, Geez, if they have purge blockade, we're in some trouble here.
Nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
I think we just go CIA and see what they got. I hate using it that way, but
Yeah, I hate
we're
using it
Olympic
that way
Games.
too. What about Olympic Games?
That's our second op. That would be the second choice. That fact, that's the only other choice
Right.
from what I see. CIA would be a little bit aggressive. Olympics Games gets that card out of our deck, but still we're wondering about the purge blockade.
Yeah,
It's
I
not like
think.
we
What do you have any preferences between Olympic and because the thing about
no.
CIA is that it's turn two, so we could get it back in the deck and that could give them some trouble next turn
Yep,
or
I,
further down
I
the line.
understand that. There's an opportunity cost of using CIA,
Yeah.
but and it really doesn't help us much because it doesn't resolve the blockade issue.
Yeah, and also if we take the coup, then our threat in North Korea is kind of rendered
Yep.
inert.
Okay.
All right, let's do Olympic. Now, if they for whatever reason decide to headline duck and cover. Oh, duck and cover's in the discard pile, so
Yeah.
we're
Duck and
completely
cover's
fine.
gone.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
If
wonder,
they
are
have
we
it,
able to discard the China card to blockade?
no,
Oh, okay.
no, you cannot.
So maybe they're thinking about defectors. They probably have to worry about defectors.
How many cards are in the deck?
Yeah, well, on turn two, it's just about it's always like a 50-50.
50. Yep.
Yeah. But I
It's either
mean
our
technically nine
our hand or the
cards.
deck.
Yeah, 9 cards in the deck, yeah.
Yeah. So slightly less than 50-50 chance we have it if they don't.
So sometimes in this position, the Soviets will headline Europe, hoping to get the Europe Dom defectored. But yeah, I'm
Hmm.
really hoping no purge, no de Gaulle. Oh, socialist governments I can live with.
Okay, that's better than a
Better than a purge for sure,
purge.
yeah. All
And
right,
next
we
will be
got
the
2
Europe.
points from our Olympic. Okay, and
Next
they're
is
just
Europe scoring.
dropping
Yep.
Europe here.
Okay. So what was Olympic is gone. Socialist governments is gone. We're in a discard and Europe scoring.
Yeah. So is there a world where we get Middle East or Asia Dom here?
Well,
Probably not, right? Because like
well, with
let's
the
say for instance that
we'd
we go
have to
like
get lucky on the Korean
Pakistan,
War.
or what if we just went everything into North Korea? Then we
Well,
have
they
3-1. They can take South Korea.
they always have Afghanistan.
Right. We take Pakistan. And the problem is that in order for us to take yeah, and they can just take Laos and Vietnam.
Yeah, we don't have ops for it.
Yeah. Huh.
I think we get rid of it. We dump it.
Okay, so do
Give
we
up.
want to take, let's see.
And we could take a coup.
We could take a coup, yeah. That saves Egypt.
We could also use the Korean War, get it out of the deck, see if we win. If they win, I mean, right now they have nothing adjacent. We don't have anything adjacent. See where that goes, and then that gives us two ops to either coup or fight for one of the Koreas, holding the China card as a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the gamble. The
We kind of
guaranteed.
need to hold on to Comic-Con in case they have blockade. So like there really isn't a way for us to take India.
Nope.
So if we don't coup, we need to get out of Iran. So maybe we should
Like I said, if, find
maybe
out
we
what
get out of Iran and just like partially take North Korea.
they coup Iran. I think it'd be better to coup something.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're cooing with IP war.
Either IP war or roll the dice on Korean War.
Well, the thing that scares me about Korean War is that we haven't scored Asia yet.
Yeah. Okay. Agreed.
All right. So
Indo-Paki.
coup Egypt with IP war.
Sure.
That protects Iran. All right. Big number here. Ah, no good.
Then we got our mill ops.
Yeah. And then we're looking to drop Asia.
Oh, with a four op card. Let's see. Now they need three ops to take both Koreas. And a four op card gives them domination.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know. Yeah. This is tricky.
What four ops are left? U.S. Japan, Red Scare. So two four ups. Yeah, two four ups left in the deck. The chances are they have one of them.
Right. And then we might have to end up giving them their mill ops anyway.
Though we still have a space shot, so Korean War can go to space.
And then we try to hold decall.
Yep.
Okay. So it seems like we're giving China
Up
here.
there's a 4. Not the way I thought about it, but it's still a dom. We got 3 left.
Yeah. So we could
How
go
about
like
country?
Malaysia, Philippines.
I was going to say country count. Can we hold that?
3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They need 3 ops to reestablish.
Yeah.
No,
I think this
they
this
can't
is
do
our
it.
best bet here.
Yep. That was a China card. Okay. One op from CIA might want to consider either fixing France because they are adjacent to it now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the situation in Europe and Asia very difficult. At least the Middle East is looking good. Good enough anyhow.
Yeah, we haven't seen Nasser yet. Well, the war is over for now. So we have to hold Comic Con until the last AR.
Yeah. And
We're going to
then
try to hold decall through the turn. Korean War can go to space, and there's D stall.
okay.
You think we need to get rid of Asia to free up the ops from Cambridge 5?
Okay. So drop
As
Asia, do you
much,
think?
yeah, it's not going to get any better than 1.
All right. Oh, they took out Assyria. That's interesting.
Poland, Syria, Finland. What else did they take?
Um, Finland, Yugoslavia, yeah, and Poland, yeah.
Oh, Yugoslavia is the one I missed. Okay.
So yeah, we need to fix Europe. We need to maybe consider overprotecting Pakistan. Okay, here's special.
That's a
Yeah,
freebie.
that's pretty brutal. So now we've got Cambridge 5. What do we want to do with this? Fix France?
Fix France because they still got to go out there.
Or considering that we have Marshall going, we could try to take Algeria. Um, yeah, I don't mind fixing France. That seems good. You like this?
Yeah,
Okay. They still need to get presence in the Middle East, so that's something on for them to
yeah, they've
do.
spread though. They've spread. We still got a lot of vulnerabilities. A reshuffle of socialist governments would be bad.
Yeah, for sure.
So those last 3 points of Comic Con, we need to beef up Europe. We're holding decals. Korean War's going to space, so that becomes a priority too. Would be nice to get those 2 points.
Yeah, and if they event blockade, then we'll have to event Korean.
Yep. I don't think they have blockade though. I mean, Red Scare headline to blockade is just too good.
Yeah, they might have been worried about defectors, but you could always just like do Red Scare on AR1.
Yep.
Yeah, so they probably don't have blockade. Yeah, that's a good point. CNS for the
Yep. There goes
event.
that. Okay, so moonshot isn't important anymore, or isn't a priority.
Okay, so where do we want to
Israel,
put CIA?
we have several options. One, we could fix Germany. No, it doesn't fix Germany.
No.
We could go to Costa Rica to make sure we don't lose Panama. We can tip into Israel so we have access to Egypt. We could make Algeria more difficult for them to take. We could take one of the Mediterranean countries.
So let's say that they don't blockade, then we have 4 ops left, right? So
Yep,
so we need 2 in West Germany, 1 in UK, and then probably 1 in either Panama or Costa Rica. So we should probably just
yep. Put it in East West Germany just in preparation for the last OR.
yeah,
AR.
and that'll discourage them from trying to flip West Germany because Truman could come
Yep.
back. Although I guess, yeah, maybe we should have spaced. It's hard to say. They
I
also
think
need to get into Zaire.
they also need mill ops.
Yeah, they can't get Milops
Right.
unless they have AI war right here, right now.
We already seen AI war. We used it.
Oh, okay.
Defectors, Formosan, containment, 5-year plan, US Japan, UN intervention, blockade Nasser, decal Vietnam, Fidel, Korean War, and Comic Con are all out by my record.
Okay. So by holding Korean through, we might be able to take Korea and then space the war.
Do we want to hold Korea through or decal through?
Well, it looks because we use China, we'll be able to hold both of them through
Oh,
unless
that's right.
they
Okay.
blockade us right now.
I'm kind of expecting 3 points, Egypt and Libya.
Oh man, they have the ops.
Yep. We had turn one. Okay.
All right, so
So that
Comic-Con
was,
then?
yep. Yes, Japan is gone. No, US Japan is just in the deck, and UN intervention is gone.
Okay, so
And Comic
probably
Con
want
is out.
to reestablish Europe
Dominance
Dom,
in Europe. Yep.
and then
They're holding the China card, so if they want Pakistan, they got it. Maybe one in India.
well, okay, so I think they have to take the coup. They can't give us the coup because we'll get
Right.
Angola and Zaire. So we should be able to respond by putting two in Pakistan and some into India. So maybe Algeria. That way we can
Yep. So we
enter
get
Saharan at
something
some
in.
point and set up realigns
Yep.
on Algeria if they take it.
Uh, Let me take a look real quick if there's anything else. Panama is still an issue.
Panama's still an issue. That's true. Okay, so maybe one Panama.
If I anything, I'd go Costa Rica.
Well, the thing about Costa Rica is that um, it helps you get access to Nicaragua, but they haven't invented Fidel, and we're already in a situation where after their coup, we have to fix the Pakistan-India situation. So, like, if they get one into Panama, which is usually like the best case scenario for having
Yeah.
Costa Rica, then like we won't be able to retake Panama and fix Pakistan
Okay.
in India.
Okay.
Um, so I think Panama makes the most sense. Yeah. Asia's not looking good. We have to get like defectors here or De Gaulle. De Gaulle works.
Okay. So we have De Gaulle. We have blockade. We
Nasser,
have Nasser.
VR.
Hang on, my list isn't great here. Nasser,
So our redraw
Vietnam,
is Cambridge 5.
okay, and Middle East. Okay, so they have Formosan, defector, defectors,
Fidel.
containment,
Yeah.
uh, 5-year plan, Fidel, and that should be it.
Wow, we did not get the ops we need to fix the situation in Asia. But I think the best we can do here is headline Middle East.
Oh my God. Yeah, which is really unfortunate.
Right, because that's one of our unknown cards. And then yeah,
Oh, this is bad.
yeah, it's tricky situation for sure.
Well, they're holding defectors. Hopefully, Red Scare isn't a redraw.
So so they'll probably give us containment on the last AR.
Mm-hmm.
So a big question is going to be like, what do we want to use? What do we want to have contained? Because we could, for instance, like try to well, blockading De Gaulle seems good. So I guess we just like hold VR and try to get 3 ops out of it.
Okay, he played Fidel. Okay, coup Panama.
And then we gotta use Cambridge to work on Pakistan, I guess. Man, no ops here.
No ops in there, all red, man.
Which is too bad, because if we had a bunch of ops, we could, like, take realigns on
Yep.
Venezuela and Cuba. At least Europe's looking good.
Yeah, but nothing's overprotected.
No.
France and Germany are not overprotected, so they're still vulnerable.
Yeah, still vulnerable to SOC govs, that's true.
Okay, decal has to go to space.
For sure, yeah.
Looks like we might be holding Korean War again.
I don't think we have a hold card unless we want to hold blockade.
Oh, you're right. See, that's where I screw up.
No, that happens to me all the time, yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, we had a great turn one, but I guess the ops into Jordan and then Iraq and breaking North Korea were all pretty suboptimal. Yeah, and having to take Syria. Yeah, maybe we should have just cooed Syria. I don't know. Hard to say. Okay, so here's
Okay, there's
Warsaw.
Warsaw. Oh, coup. Okay, yep.
All right, well, that's some
Oh,
good news there.
that's good news.
Um, so we could either use Nasser to fix Pakistan. We could use Blockade de Gaulle to fix Pakistan. I'm kind of hesitant to use the Cambridge 5 because it's our only unknown card.
Yep, I agree. And it's not going to cause us any trouble. But the goal, we have blockade. Yes, let's blockade the goal.
Okay. The one thing that we could really use a second op for is it would be really nice to get one into Algeria before they repair it.
So that leaves us a die roll if we want to do that.
Yeah,
Die roll for Korea. It's our
Korea.
only two op, unless we give them the unknown card.
Yeah, I guess we really just don't have the luxury. So yeah, do you want to blockade de Gaulle, fix
Uh,
Pakistan?
we gotta deal with it eventually. So let's get it out of the deck.
All right. It's not pretty, they can always flip it, but
If they flip it, at least we get the China card back,
yeah,
and
exactly.
and we have a shot. Well, we don't have the ops, but we have a shot at India. So
So yeah, we'll want a space decall.
Vietnam revolts is our last AR.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that gives us five ops to work with a die roll,
Yikes. It'd be nice to take
and
Mexico. Getting one into Algeria would be good.
last AR we can maybe poke North Korea.
Yeah, especially if they use the China card here.
North Korea is really our only poke.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, yeah, there really isn't too much else that we can threaten. But yeah,
Or
hopefully
we
we'll
got
get a little of some extra ops out of containment, hopefully. Oh man, I just hope they didn't draw Europe and are able to 5-year plan Europe. That would be devastating.
yeah, it wouldn't be good. That means if they do that, we're in for the long game.
Yeah. It'd be great to get some realigns, but I just don't see us having the tempo.
And right now, we're on the back foot. I guess our next play is unless they do something requires immediate response, our space shot.
Yeah, because there's no way that we're like, if they want India, they can
Yeah.
have it.
Okay, there goes defectors. By the way, I've lost track of card count.
It's all right.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Um,
What did they do?
they went one India, one South Korea.
India. Okay.
So actually, I would love to get one into Algeria while we still have the chance here.
Okay.
So I feel like Nasser one into Algeria would be great. You good with that?
I'm good.
All right.
The only other thing I was thinking is maybe one into India, but we don't have a presence in Africa right now, so that's 6 ops left.
Okay, they are
Oh,
giving
but
us China.
okay. Yeah, that shores up the dominance.
Hmm. Nothing we can do about that.
Even if we poke India, it doesn't remove it.
It does, but yeah, if they want Asia Dom, they got it.
Well, they might be holding the China card, so
It could be that they are giving China because they have CIA.
oh, that is a possibility for a
Yeah.
reshot.
Do you want to
That would
just
be
take
nice.
Algeria here? Try to get a foothold in
Yeah,
Africa?
yeah, because that's a possibility. Yep.
Actually, we can use Vietnam revolts at this point. Like, there's really nothing. They don't they don't need any more ops in Southeast Asia, and we can't beat them for
We can't. We can't. For it would be nice to be able to. Can we get dominance in the Middle East? Oh, that's already been scored. Never mind. Yep. I guess so. I guess.
Yeah, I honestly don't see anything wrong with giving him the VR bonus early here in order to just preserve the secrecy of Cambridge 5. Okay, so they have Asia. Damn.
That hurts. Okay, Korean War is useless now.
Yeah, we can.
We
Or do
invented
you
and
want to
maybe.
just space here?
Yeah, let's get the space shot done. See if that
Okay,
works.
space. Yeah. All right, we got a point there. That's good. All right, so they got containment 5-year plan in Formosan and an unknown card.
Now they'll give us promotion because we have the China card.
Right.
5-year plan they'll hold for Europe, unless they have Europe.
Oh, they have duck and cover. Okay. All right, so Korean War.
Yep.
Oof, that hurts. Well, at least we still have adjacency to North Korea because we're in there.
Be nice to get a coup target. How about putting one into Guatemala? Uh, I can't read it. South America, Guatemala, Colombia. Sorry, Colombia.
One into Colombia. Oh.
If they coup it, we got a coup target and we save 2 victory points. And then one into Israel.
One into Israel. Interesting.
Or
We could take
one in
Mexico.
that seems we could do that anytime though.
Well, if we take Mexico now, then we could go Colombia, Saharan, or
So they're holding containment, an unknown, and Formosan, right? No,
containment
the
5-year
unknown.
plan in Formosan. Yeah. So if they give us containment and we go into Mexico, we can go Guatemala, Colombia, Saharan.
Okay. Yep. Again, I lost track of the play. I was thinking this was our last AR.
Yeah, I hate to leave Europe so vulnerable, but I feel like we're in a tough spot where we need to be like a little more aggressive. But I'm glad that we were able to preserve our one mystery card so that they don't have perfect information in our hand. I expect to see containment here. That'd be interesting if they didn't play containment. And if they put 2 in Brazil, then maybe Colombia not as necessary.
I was just hoping to be able to coup this last AR.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think that they would coup us. Like for instance, like if we went into Saharan, I think they would just overprotect Nigeria. If we went into Colombia, they would just take Brazil.
Okay.
But we can set up Central Dom here.
Okay, there's our containment.
Okay, yeah. So Colombia doesn't look as good, but Guatemala sets up a Dom. Saharan allows us to flip Nigeria and also protects Algeria with the threat of
Now
realignments.
we can overprotect France, take Turkey in possibility of missile crisis. Uh,
Colombia would allow us to headline South America if we were feeling
good.
risky.
I
I also
like that.
like overprotecting France though as well, because like letting them flip France with SOCGovs would be a
Yep,
disaster.
I think France is a higher priority.
All
We've
right,
given
so
them something.
yeah,
We've set
let's.
up the dome. We've given them a problem, and we're protecting ourselves.
Okay, this seems good. So they have 5-year plan in Formosan, so they can still 5-year plan Europe if they find it.
Well, we got Junta and IBM. That's good news. Quagmire is, we know where that's at least.
Sadat's awesome as well in this particular position.
Uh-oh. It, it happens. We survived it.
Okay, so Olympic Games.
Camp David gives us one in Egypt. Sadat expels, gives us control of Egypt.
Liberation and Junta. So,
Junta could get us in Argentina, but they coup it.
well, we can lower DEFCON with Junta so that they can't coup.
That's true.
Yeah. And then the thing about Camp David is that it encourages them to take Libya.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm feeling Junta here. That way we can either go into Brazil or Argentina. Um, and then we can coup Venezuela to lower DEFCON.
Yep, I like it.
All right, let's do that.
And we are holding ABM.
Okay, Southeast Asia.
So ABM would have given us a nice coup of Thailand.
Oh, dang, you're right. I didn't think of
Afterthought.
that.
Brazil coup Argentina. Or uh, that would give us a realignment in future.
So the nice thing about Argentina is that it does, they would have to worry about
Yeah.
protecting Chile.
Yep.
And then, yeah, we just need a high number here. You good with this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That was
Yeah,
a
that's
fortuitous
fantastic.
one.
That's fantastic.
I personally usually go Brazil just so I have adjacency and then can set up the realignments. But that you can't beat that result.
Yeah, no, that's great. If we just had a few more ops to like actually take advantage of everything here.
I'd like to hold IBM unless we absolutely need it because that's a nice end of turn stab into Africa.
Right, well, yeah, we could use it to flip one of these
Yep.
African, we could use it in Angola, for instance, and that could help us get a Dom in Africa.
We got the Mideast cards. Now Soviets expel, that gets them out of gives us a shot at Libya.
Right. And then of course all that gets undone by Muslim, but there's still a good chance that we can draw Muslim.
Yep. Do we want to hold Quag?
Oh,
Oh,
awesome. Okay, this is great.
speaking of Muslim.
Yeah.
Okay. Middle East has already been scored though.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what you're saying about holding Quag. Yeah, we could space liberation and hold Quagmire.
Special relations doesn't help us without NATO that much. Do we take Libya? I mean, we expel him. Nasser's already been played.
The one in the South Africa is kind of foiling our plans of ABMing
Yeah.
Angola. Because now, instead of being able to like freely take South Africa, we have to, even if we flip Angola, then, well, I guess then we could take Botswana. So there's that. But then that gives them a coup target.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess we could try to set up a South America Dom,
How? What's your plan?
Venezuela, Colombia.
It's a threat.
Then they would coup Colombia.
We
Yeah, I
don't
don't, I don't know
we
if I
don't
like
really want to
that.
give them a coup target.
Man, I don't know what to do here. Because
Okay, well let's
we can't really get
simple.
too far ahead in South America, and we can't get too far ahead in Africa, and Middle East is scored already.
Oh, we can ABM. Uh, I can't see that Zaire. No,
Yeah, we could ABM Zaire, yeah.
Nicaragua or
Oh,
Nicaragua,
oh, Nigeria.
Nigeria. Sorry.
Yeah. Of course, then they can take South Africa, and we're still on the back foot in Africa.
We don't want to use those ops to take South Africa.
Okay, so ABM Nigeria then? I think it's not perfect, but it's progress.
Yeah, it's progress. Plus, it gets us our mill ops
All right, so now we don't want to give them um,
targets.
targets, yeah.
And they already have one.
Oh, in Guatemala. Oh, okay, dang. Okay. In that case, maybe we should have gone Angola. Yeah, because then we could have taken Botswana. Dang. Okay.
My bad.
No, 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 no. I was blind to.
Oh, they already had one in Africa too. Sierra States.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So yeah, I guess we can't really fix Africa. South America, I feel like they would have dropped by now. So yeah, it seems like a good time to event Sadat coming up, especially with Muslim gone.
Or we take our space shot too. Would be nice to get rid of one of theirs.
Oh, damn, they had
Oh,
South America. That's crazy.
yep.
Dang. Uh,
Bunch of we still got Central America. Some
yeah,
realignments
yeah, we
to
got Europe and Central America. Yeah.
get them out of Cuba. They don't have presence.
Do you want to event Sadat here, or do you want to do
Yeah,
realignments?
I think eventing Sadat gets them out of Egypt,
All right,
and
let's.
since they haven't spread into Libya yet,
Yeah, and with Muslim gone, Sadat feels good. Dang. Well, I mean, at least I mean we were staring down the possibility of South American control and just losing the game outright there. So
mm-hmm. Would be nice to score those points, but
yeah, getting a South America Dom would have been good there. Yeah, but I guess we would have had to gone Venezuela, Colombia, and it would have been a coup war.
then we don't have the ops to win that.
No, not really. Now, if they don't enter Egypt, um, Camp David Accords
Yep.
starts to look pretty good. Arms race for influence.
Better than taking control of South Africa with it.
Yeah. All right, so Libya.
Libya has to.
Yeah. And then if they don't overprotect Zaire, we can.
Okay, there's Formosan. So they still have 5 year plan for the Europe card.
Yeah. Do you want to event Camp David here?
Uh, yeah, that gets rid of the Arab-Israeli war
Right. And that would.
and kind of boxes them in unless you're going to pay to break the domination.
Right. I mean, they bothered taking Egypt, so maybe they'll bother taking it again. Summit. Okay, so do you want a space now?
Yep,
All right. No, it's a miss.
that's unfortunate.
All right, so we need to get our scorings here.
I got this
Panama.
strange feeling we're losing Europe. they're going to be able to get rid of either Europe or or Central America, whichever they happen to
Yeah, we
have.
need to draw those for sure.
Of course, we can always take a look at our man and find out they're there, but I think those ops are more important on the board.
I'm inclined to agree with you there.
Okay, so Quagmire we're holding. We got 4 ops.
Yeah, we've got 4 ops here.
We want to
Definitely
use
want
the
to
last.
enter Cameroon with one of them.
Okay, our last AR should be actually poke something.
Poke something.
North Korea can be poked. We have Chile, or not Chile. Yeah, Chile can be poked.
Chile can be poked. Right. Yeah. What's unscored still?
Uh,
Africa
Me-
and
Central America,
Central America. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I
Europe.
think either we dump some ops into South Africa or realign Cuba.
Okay. Let's dump some ops into no. Let's realign Cuba. Let's realign. Get the realignment rules in Cuba. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Alrighty. Well, that definitely counts. All right, awesome.
Perfect. That was 2 points well spent.
And then I want
Now
to
in
get
the
into Cameroon so that we can threaten to flip
yep
Zaire.
European unrest. Can we do anything? Yep. Now they get South Africa and reinforce Zaire. East Germany, is it pokeable?
No.
No. Okay. So pokes would be Egypt, which has already been scored. A 5, 6, 7 to 5, or Chile.
They got to be thinking about
Yep. Unless they're
Guatemala
holding one of.
here.
Oh, this is their last hour, so they're going to be able to get rid of one of them with 5 year.
Unless we draw everything, yeah. Yeah, they're still holding 5-year plan,
Yep.
which is cool because we have China and CIA still out there.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Ah. Okay. Ooh.
All right, so we got a coup Cameroon.
Yep. Okay. Missile envy's nice. Puppet Gubs. Can we use that to our advantage? We're holding We Will Bury You, so they can't screw us with Missile Envy. We got some ops.
So there are no red 4 ops that they could be holding.
Okay.
So Missile Envy is tricky. I think, yeah, because if we Missile Envy, like we're likely to hit like nuclear test ban or U.S. Japan, um, and those just aren't super exciting. So I think probably puppet governments.
10 to 3.
All right, let's do that then.
Puppet government spreads us out a bit.
Yeah, and in case they try to headline Africa,
Yep.
we can get some some leeway there. But yeah, I mean they are getting loaded up with tricky cards here. The deck's getting blue. They're holding 5-year plan. There's CIA, Voice, Grain is still out there,
We're holding the China card.
and we're holding the China card. Yeah, I'm inclined to keep holding it. Yeah,
But what we're going to need is terrorism going into the late war.
yeah, and we're gonna need some points.
Yep, but we're not in a losable condition. I mean, it's not 18 looking at us.
Yeah,
We're playing for the late war, right? Remember?
right. Or even in a decent spot to get well, is
Yep.
Warsaw's? Yeah, Warsaw's.
Warsaw's gone.
Yeah,
No,
it's not
Warsaw's
invented though,
buried.
but yeah.
Right. It's still available. Shuttle would be really nice.
Would it
Shuttle in a
one, two, three, four? So they would have 3 battlegrounds to our 1.
right, but if we're able to
Oh, they would be presenceless in Middle East.
Middle East,
That's cool.
we might want to think about that as a let's see, turn 6. No, it's not going to be back. Okay, Portuguese.
Portuguese. Okay. So they're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I feel like we want to put at least 2
In
into
Africa.
Africa, so they
Yep,
can't just like drop Africa.
I like Sudan. Reminds me of Red Sea.
Hmm. And then maybe like Brazil or possibly Cuba.
uh, Cuba would be. We can always get to Cuba if we have the
Yeah,
op.
I mean there aren't too many areas that we don't have access to. I mean we could just take another one in Africa. We could just go Ethiopia.
Yeah.
I think that has some appeal. Yeah, do you want to do that?
Yep, I like that.
All right.
I mean, we have access to Mexico. We have access to Brazil. And for some reason, I'm always hesitant to take control of Central America until I know what happens.
Well, the thing
To,
is that we're so far behind on space. Like the only downside of taking Cuba is that we might just want to event one small step. But I don't see us
yep.
being in a position where we lose to DEF CON because of being in a Cuba, just because of the way that the space situation
Yep.
is.
Okay.
Now, what's Kitchen looking like? It looks like we're up 1, up 2, down 1, down 2, even, up 1. So Kitchen is eventable at this point in time. Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yep. We
Okay.
try to
All
get.
right. So let's flip Zaire.
Well, the other thing is, why did he coup? Why did he coup Panama? Because he's holding the Mexico, the Central America card.
So you thinking take Cuba?
I'm thinking, but flipping Zaire also has its advantages. Oh dear. He does have the 5-year plan, which means he doesn't have to play Central.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we should flip Zaire.
Yep, I think so too. And overprotected.
Yeah.
Yep, gives us another Dom. He can't 5-year all the scoring cards.
Right. And then now I'm starting to feel like we need to protect Italy from brush war. Um, I guess Panama could use some help there in that department as well.
I would like to play Shuttle for the event. I don't know if we're going to be able to.
The thing is that if Asia scoring comes before Middle East, then all it does is give us 1 point.
Yeah.
It's a massive if we can score a presenceless Middle East, force them to take Israel or something like that. But yeah, so we need to worry about brush war.
Okay, so our
Um,
space shop is We Will Bury You.
yeah,
Are we going to hold Quagmire or space it?
probably
We have to hold it
space we will bury you. Yeah,
and
Brezhnev for the
hold
last
Quagmire
AR.
because flower power
Oh, nice. Here's
kitchen.
Central.
Well, 5 points is better than like I said. You can't 5 year them all.
Right.
Do we get our mill ops by cooing Sarah and States? Kitchen debates coup. No, we
I
need 2 points.
down to do that. I'm just like so paranoid about brush war right now.
Okay, let's go ahead and fix Brush War. Though I think we would have, if he has it, he would have played it.
Yeah, if he had it, he probably would have played it. Yeah, you're probably right. Um, I mean, Italy is still 50-50. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess if we protect Italy from brush war, then they can still just brush war Nigeria at the same
Uh
odds that
huh.
it's currently at. So,
I like getting our mill ops,
okay, so
but
what are
we could
we
also.
cooing with missile envy then, or
Mm,
we could also just event kitchen debates while we have the chance.
yeah, go ahead. Event. It seems kind of a passive play, but 2 victory points is 2 victory points.
All right.
Can't complain one op for 2 victory points.
Right. Yeah, that's always good. So yeah, it looks like they're planning on either 5-year planning Europe or 5-year planning Africa here. There's not too much we can do about that. Okay, they're spacing grain.
We need to get rid of a second space shot.
Yeah, so we'll space, we will bury you.
Yep, perfect. No answers there.
Alliance for Progress would be a reason to take Brazil
Mm-hmm.
in case they're holding that.
Okay, so if we play flower power, we get to protect Italy and take Brazil.
Yeah, go Greece, Brazil. Could even take Uruguay if we really want to protect
I
our
like the idea of super overprotecting Italy
from brush, yeah.
from brush war, and then 2 points into Brazil secures it. Doesn't overprotect it, but
And then their best brush target becomes Argentina or Panama.
yep, and we're adjacent. So,
Yeah.
and again, if they had brush war, they would have played it before Central America scoring.
Okay, yeah, so maybe we don't need to worry about brush war too much.
Okay, I'm going to jump, fill up my cup. I'll be right back.
All right, me too. I'll be right back.
You two do it, huh? You guys getting in trouble?
Okay, they're still thinking. So they must have a tough hand here. Yeah, even with them 5-year planning one of these scorings, the board's looking pretty good. Because they've had a tough time with their coups. And it seems like them holding 5-year plan is starting to bite them. Okay, here's bear trap. Okay. How can we best take advantage of this? Um, we could flip North Korea. Can we event nuclear here? Duck and cover is gone. I think that we event missile envy here. So because they're obviously trying to get rid of something with
I'm
bear
back.
trap, and we can force them to get rid of it with missile envy. I can't hear you, Joe.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. So what do you think
Okay,
of
sorry
about
about that.
eventing missile envy to force them to discard it to bear trap?
Oh, I didn't realize we played Bear Trap. I just got back to the keyboard.
Yeah, they bear trap themselves. So I'm thinking that we event missile envy to force them to discard it to bear trap. And I don't think that there's anything that can make us lose the game here.
Okay,
Um,
I'll trust you on that.
okay, so I'm just looking at all the cards. Yeah, I think we should event missile envy.
Okay,
If duck and cover wasn't in the discard pile, that could be a way that we could lose. Or Olympic Games, I think, is another one. Okay, so we get 5-year plan, and we hit Europe. No, that's not what we wanted.
nope.
Ah, shucks, that
They're
sucks.
out of the trap.
Okay, we should probably coup in Africa since it's the only unscored region, and we still need our mill ops.
Agreed. Easiest target would be Sarah. Yep, Sarah States.
Okay, well, at least they're gonna have to play 2 cards that are bad for them.
Maybe one of them CIA.
Okay, here's Africa.
Okay,
So now we play Flower Power, fix West Germany.
take Brazil.
Yeah, I think take Brazil makes a lot of sense.
Everything's been scored now.
And then they have IP war.
Okay, South Africa's a nice poke. Uh,
Uruguay to protect Argentina from brush war.
Okay.
and then
One of the Mediterraneans.
yeah, one of the Mediterraneans to protect Italy from brush war. Panama's still super vulnerable, but I can live with Panama getting flipped.
Is there anything we can do about Asia?
Doesn't really seem like it. I mean, like we can take Taiwan, uh, but that's still 2 to 4. So even if we get
Yep.
Japan and Taiwan, it doesn't help us.
Okay. One of the
Um,
Mediterraneans. Portugal, I guess.
okay, sounds good. Now
And
Libya
they
is
have
still vulnerable to brush war as well, but I don't know. I just feel like Italy more important, Argentina more important than Panama or
uh
Libya.
yep, points, just points. If they take Libya, it's still a push.
Oh, we got
Okay.
cultural. That's awesome. Nuclear test
Colonial rear
ban,
guards.
colonial.
Nice combo of colonial rear guards in China. Can we force them to give us the coup?
Okay, so cards that they could have are like Che, Lone Gunman, Purge, Brush War, How I Learned. Everything is scored. Okay, so you're saying
Well, we got
colonial,
colonial rear guards and the China card.
so we could flip
So
Thailand.
if we headline colonial rear guards, it gives us the possibility of flipping Thailand.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Um,
I mean, it's active at least. I mean, it's the only one that we're not dominating in. It's their only domination.
okay. Things are starting to turn around.
Well, I don't mind being near zero going into the later war.
Yeah. Okay, they purge us.
Okay.
So we can't flip Thailand with China anymore. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We do have Voice of America coming up eventually,
Yeah, I guess we should just get one into Thailand just for good measure.
and maybe one into Burma.
What uh what are your thoughts on that?
We don't really have a better place for it.
We could go Botswana, but yeah, that doesn't seem very good.
I mean, Burma at least gets rid of their Dom, right? They have to respond to it somehow. Does it?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. I'm down.
Great. They don't have to respond immediately, but they have to
Yeah, no,
respond.
it's something, yeah. Sets them back a little bit. Okay, so
Is there anything we can salt? Anything worth salting for?
purge.
I did put Burge in there because we're coming up to the reshuffle.
Okay, see, they are
Okay.
giving us CIA. All right, so let's see their hand here. They have Che,
Nixon,
Nixon.
small step. And they got some nice cards for us.
So they can only space one of these cards, right?
Yep. So I doubt seriously you go give us NORAD.
Right. So they're probably going to
So,
space Alliance for Progress
yep.
and hold Nixon.
Wouldn't they hold NORAD?
They might hold NORAD, yeah.
Oh, what's it? Oh, then again, we don't have anything in Canada either. So,
Yeah.
but it does give us a coup.
Right, yeah, we can protect our assets.
We could maybe what's the odds on Algeria?
We'd need a 6 to flip it.
Okay, that's probably not worth it.
We could just try to get some ops into Zaire to like protect it from future coups.
How many can we pull out of South Africa? That's six. He's at 10.
I'm kind of feeling Zaire here. Because
Okay.
like Nigeria is overprotected, so this way we can make Zaire like an
Yep. Unassailable.
yeah, well, anyway, we rolled a 1, so it didn't make a difference.
That's okay. We've had our share of sixes.
Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna have to eat socialist so that we can continue to hold Quagmire. They
Okay.
purged us.
UN's
They don't need to protect Thailand. Um,
six. That does not flip South Africa. Well, we only got three. We're purged. So five that makes South Africa vulnerable, but doesn't fix it. What can we do with 3 points in Asia? Burma. 3 points would give us Burma. 1 point gives us Laos.
yeah, I want to
Okay.
hold China, but yeah, we could
Yep.
try to fight for this a bit.
Oh, the other. Yeah. Okay.
And then
I'm
let's
I'm
say we
still looking. I
or
agree.
okay, so we definitely want a space cultural in my opinion.
Yep. Okay. I'll buy that.
Um, if we're spacing cultural, we need to hold something, which means we don't get to UN.
Right.
So we're probably playing UN for ops. Or I mean,
And
wait, we could space and UN. Yeah. Okay.
like UN Quagmire.
Yeah, let's just UN Quagmire here. Take Laos.
Would have been nice to hold it till the late war, though. The
Yeah.
reshuffle.
Um, we can overprotect Argentina. That way,
Yep.
we're under
Yep. Oh,
purge, so they might feel like they can jam us, and we're gonna need to overprotect it for the Iron Lady anyway.
yep. Agreed.
All
Okay.
right, let's do that. Sorry, I'm starting to get
How are we doing
anxious.
on time? I haven't been watching.
Yeah.
We're a little bit behind.
And then we're gonna need a space cultural and eat socialist. So how do we best prepare for socialist? If they event socialist, they're gonna take 2 out of West Germany and 1 out of UK.
Well, they still got the goal floating around.
Okay. Yeah, I think if we're just trying to
Okay. Here comes the Chi. Yep. That's expected.
oh no, that was bad.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
We gotta take Paraguay here. And
Costa Rica gives us. Oh, we only got one more point. We're purged.
yeah, do you want to just use salt here or U2 maybe to take
Well, we
Paraguay?
played. Oh yeah, we've already played. We've already played UN. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this seems good. So yeah, we have some obligations here. We gotta space cultural, prepare for socialists.
I would like to use salt to get that purge.
The problem with that is that unless we get a bunch of coups in, we stand to lose 3 points to mill ops.
Okay. Well, we got targets.
True. Yeah, we do. We
Use
would like to coup Guatemala.
so NTB of Guatemala still allows us to use salt with no effect.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to get our obligations out of the way first.
Yep.
So they still have South African unrest, OPEC, One Small Step, NORAD, Nixon, and Alliance. So I would imagine that they space here. Oh, they're playing Nixon. Okay. Just shoring up Asia.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so shall we space cultural then?
Yep.
So it looks like they're gonna hold alliance and give us NORAD. Hmm.
In that case, we ought to keep 2 ops ready for Canada.
Yeah.
See, we did space Quagmire, so that's going to be in the reshuffle.
Yeah.
Social governments, we just fix whatever they take, right? That's a push.
Yeah. Well, we only have 2 ops to repair, but I don't think that they
Mm.
can do anything too devastating. I mean, they can break UK, but yeah, OPEC's only offering them 1 point right now. Okay, here's NORAD. They're just getting aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this seems like it's going to get rid of our ability to,
Coup. Yep. So
yeah.
salt is out. So might as well use salt. No.
Yeah, I
Hold
think we
salt.
might as well just use salt here, yeah.
So we need to get 2 in Canada before the end of the turn.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, especially, although, you know, since we have to event SOCGovs, and since we're not
But
salting, OAS would make a great final
yep.
AR to, well, I guess they could just fix it with Allende. Hmm. South African event. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Do you just want to event socialist here?
Yep. Let's get it out.
Let's get it
See
get it
what
over with.
see
Maybe
what
they'll
they do
just
with it.
take one out of Canada, make our lives easier there. But like, let's say that
Okay.
we did fill NORAD. Do we have a good NORAD target? I guess Thailand,
Oh, North
maybe.
Korea, Thailand, South Africa,
Okay.
Egypt, just to name a few.
Yeah. Ha! They did. Okay, they took out
Yeah.
Canada. That makes our lives really simple.
We could still fill it up with NTB if we wanted to.
If we wanted to, I don't know if it's worth it though. 3 ops, and then like at best case
And
scenario, we
Quagmire's
get 3 ops back from it, maybe 4 over the
yep,
course
and
of the game.
Quagmire's still in the deck.
Yeah, exactly. I yeah. One small
We
step.
still need a coup. We still have 1 MILOP obligation. Unless fighting for Israel. OSA?
Yeah. Do you want to just poke? I mean, they can repair it with Allende, but
Yeah, it's still a poke.
it gives us access to to Peru and gives them something to worry about here. So probably we should overprotect.
Well, we got one. We could use a mill op. If we two Botswana, that sets up. Let's see. Okay, they fixed that. Okay, we have Guatemala two possible. We can poke something.
I think I'm okay losing one to mill ops here.
Okay. Of course, taking Cuba sets us up for a domination
We
or
could
a
set up rail
control.
lines in Chile,
Okay.
and then they're probably going to want to coup either Mexico or Zaire. Probably Zaire. Let's see. Willy Brandt is still out there. Romanian, Lone Gunman, Allende, Brush War, and How I Learned.
Brush war. They got brush war targets all over the map.
Yeah.
Mexico, Panama, Venezuela, Brazil.
Any suggestions as to what to do with this
Hmm.
last op here?
How about Saudi Arabia?
Okay, sure.
I mean, AWAC is coming, right?
Yeah, AWACS is coming. That's true. All right, so we got Romanian,
We got duck and cover.
Arab Israeli, Independent Reds, USJ, John Paul, Lads,
That's
Astronaut.
not. That's good since it's after the reshuffle.
Yeah. Okay,
And
so they
Willie.
have Allende, Alliance for Progress, Brush War, How I Learned, Lone Gunman, Subs, Truman, Ursuri, and Voice. So they have a lot of problem cards.
Oh, we could. John Paul would make Poland a problem for them holding Truman.
Okay, I like that. I like the sound of that.
Uh,
Um,
duck and cover's dangerous headline
well, I think
because
we
they
know
do
their
have.
whole hand.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. Allende, Alliance, Brush War, How I Learned, Lone Gunman, Nuclear Subs, Truman, Ursuri, and Voice. So we could duck.
Duck is
And
the obvious one. I'm just concerned about the DEFCON card headline. The we will bury you.
yeah, I don't think
But,
that they can have it.
okay.
41 cards in the draw pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, 41. Yeah, I think that the. But no, I mean, John Paul
If we,
also, gives them a lot of problems. It's just Duck
yeah,
like protects us from a coup.
I'm just a little concerned about the number of coup targets that we have.
I guess if we were able to redraw Duck, then they should have gotten a new
Yeah.
card. So am I messing
Unless you,
something up with my card tracking here?
do you have 9 cards that they have?
Yeah, I have them with Allende, Alliance, Brush War, How I Learned, Gunmen, Nuclear Subs, Truman, Usuri, and Voice. Did we see them?
Okay. Nope, I didn't see any of those cards. So we know what they have, so let's duck and cover.
Did they use Usuri at some point?
No, they did not.
All right, let's do it. How did we get a redraw and them not get a redraw though?
Could uh, Soviet Union gets the first card?
Okay. Yeah, and this makes their gunman headline worse for them too. Okay, awesome. All right, so it seems like we just need to not lose on time. If we don't give the China
Yep.
card and we hold Ask Not, um, and we don't lose on time, I think we're good.
Okay. Let's go to work. Oh wait, we're waiting for them. Let's see,
Relines on
20
Chile look good. I don't really see
queuing
them getting to,
Guatemala.
I don't think Asia can give them war games.
I think we need to get them out of Central because all the scoring cards are in play again.
Okay. Yeah, coup central right away.
Yep. Secure our mill ops, give them a problem.
Oh, and as long as they have Truman, yeah, venting John Paul seems like a good call.
Yep.
We should be ready. They're going to give us subs, so we should be ready to coup like Angola, for instance.
Uh-huh.
Um, Arms race is back, so maybe we want to coup with a 3-op, but we don't have a 3-op that we want to.
No, I just out of curiosity for my own noviceness, why not play
Oh,
Ask
they.
Not?
Uh, well, they have gunmen, so I guess there's really no reason to hold it. But like
I
maybe
mean,
we draw Asia scoring, for instance, could be a reason.
okay.
But yeah, since they have gunmen, then we really don't
Yeah,
need.
since they have gunmen and it gets rid of any good cards they have in the late war. Ooh, they're queuing with a 2. Okay.
Uh, do we just want to fix that?
Yeah.
So we'll probably space Willie, just to respect war games as much as possible.
We need to event John Paul sooner than later.
Okay, I agree. That's a good point.
It turns a non-problematic card into a problem for him.
Okay, they're gonna space voice. They hit. So event John Paul.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's make Truman an issue for them. I do like the idea of holding Asnot.
We could wait for them to use Allende before we do these realigns. And then, yeah, I think I like the idea of using USJ on our last AR in case they give us nuke subs so we can get a huge
Yep.
coup on Angola or wherever.
Is there any way we can use that, the ops from that to, here's Lone Gunman for 1. Okay, we don't need to worry about that anymore.
Do you want to just fight them here?
Sure. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Now, for last AR, if we poke Thailand and we're still holding the China card, we might be able to flip it.
Does that stop
That
Dom?
I think it does. They have 1, 2, 1, 2.
It does, yeah. Okay, so poking, yeah, poking Thailand or North Korea.
Yep. Put 2 in Japan just so they don't get froggy.
Oh yeah, Japan is a thought here. All right, so we got to get our mill ops and we got to space Willie.
Mill ups is easy. Guatemala's waiting to right for the coup.
Yeah.
Even a Latin America clue.
So they have
Independent rank.
Allende, Alliance for Progress, Nuclear Subs, Truman, and Usuri. Okay, so they're giving us Usuri here. So North Korea, and
Yep.
then it's a question of either India or Thailand. India is
What's the status?
technically better. Um,
What's the status of IP wars? That's reshuffled.
yeah, that's back. Yeah. So do you want to do Thailand then?
Yeah.
Okay.
They can only fix one of the two.
Yeah, I guess if we're willing to use China here.
They don't fix Thailand.
So we'll flip it. Yeah, because
Yep.
they have gunmen and we're not in Cuba. I don't think that we can lose on DEF CON, right?
That's right.
So I guess it's okay for us to give them China. And now we've kind of
Freed
neutralized
up
the threat of
their one
war
domination.
games pretty significantly here.
We do need a coup here.
Yeah, we do need a coup. Yeah, we got a coup. Although they may give us a coup with nuke subs, so we might be able to get our mill
Oh.
ops that way.
Oh, yeah, they don't have a space shot anymore, do they?
No. So it looks like
Okay.
they're going to hold alliance.
So
So we're either
yeah,
going to
but
see Allende or Truman here.
I want to see them out of Central so we get the Dom there. That's why I'm thinking about Guatemala as a coup target.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Okay, so so that's probably oh, they're doing a Truman coup. So we're getting Poland here. All right, so coup Guatemala. Joe,
Yeah.
you
I'm
down to
sorry.
coup Guatemala?
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right, awesome. That's the role we needed.
Oh man, this map looks pretty.
Now Warsaw can still take us out of Poland.
Yeah, but they don't have it.
They don't have it, yeah.
Losing Poland is just 1 point.
Okay,
But there's
so
a whole
here's
lot of ops
Allende.
for
Oh,
that.
they're eventing Allende. That's interesting.
All right. Well, we got some realignments here if we really want them.
Do we want to space Willie here?
Yeah, let's leave our options open.
All right, well, I'm kind of glad we missed so that we can keep spacing 2 ops. And then if they give us nuke subs, we can just coup Angola.
We also need to get one more in Thailand. Okay, we need 2 more in Thailand.
Oh. I think we still coup Angola here.
That's 6. Well, that leaves Japan vulnerable.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, let's not. So just 2 into Thailand then?
Go to Thailand.
Okay, sounds
This
good.
this neutralizes their effectiveness in Asia. But we still hold U.S. Japan, bunch of ops, couple scoring cards that are beautiful. Grain cells. Oh
Yeah,
my
you want to
God,
headline grain here?
absolutely.
All right.
Ask not away everything else. Like the idea of holding salt just in case we get war games.
Okay.
Star Wars isn't an issue for us because we're nowhere close winning
Now,
that.
one thing to consider is that if we take the coup with grain, oh damn.
They got lots of targets. Central's probably gone.
Yeah,
That
Central or
means
Europe, yeah.
that means we're not holding anything. Now you were saying about taking the coup.
If we take the coup, then they can still flip Pakistan with the China card.
Yep.
So we may just want to give them the coup to protect Asia.
They got to throw away Central. How much is Central worth?
5.
5. Europe
Europe's
is
8,
worth.
though. I
Oh,
think they're going to throw away Europe.
yeah. I forgot we're touching Soviet Union. Salt does not allow you to pull back a scoring card, right?
No.
Okay.
Do we want to just event this?
Yeah. Let's get rid of cards. Okay.
All right, so now they coup Panama and we protect Pakistan.
Or they coup Panama and we take Cuba.
I don't want to take Cuba just because that's gives them a win condition.
Okay.
That's okay. All right, so we
We don't want a Yuri. Yep.
probably just salt Pakistan here.
What about poking north? Do they give them an issue?
Uh, Poking North Korea, sure. Or we could just put them in Japan
Yeah. Okay.
because we're gonna need Japan anyway to shore up Asia.
Okay. What are we spacing?
Probably liberation
Liberation?
theology.
Or we can ask not and get rid of.
Oh, there's
Okay.
Asia.
Ask not, get rid of those 3.
Get rid of those. We could get rid of Yuri, Iran, Contra,
Yep.
and liberation,
Yep.
and the scoring because it's a 0 scoring.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay.
I'll
Good to
trade
me.
North Central for South. ABM's a nice coup. That
They
gets
don't
us
know
our
our
mill
hand
up.
anymore.
Yep. Tear down is just devastating for them.
All right, so South America scoring? Or do we want
Yep.
to try realigning Chile first?
Uh, what does tear down do for us? Does that give us East? Just because I'm a nut dub.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we would have, um, it would help us get Europe control. The thing is that Warsaw is still around. I think this would be a
Okay.
better, like, last AR play.
Okay. Okay. Good. South America then.
Yeah, let's try realigning Chile here. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that didn't work. That worked a little bit. Okay, that was, sorry for wasting our ops there.
Yeah, that happens, man. It was a +1 row. Worth
Yeah,
taking. It's not like it lost to South America.
right. Yeah, I think we're in a
Playing
pretty,
scoring South America puts us in war game range.
yeah, we're in such a strong position. I feel like we don't need to like, I mean, we probably should try to keep playing our best, but okay, so here's Che. Oh, okay, so they can get Paraguay here, but we can still score.
Yep. Get it now. They got some nice realignments in Africa, but South America's useless now for them. And we still have the IBM, ABM. Here we go. Wow, that was particularly effective.
Yeah, but final scoring still dramatically favors us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to worry about DEF CON as long as we don't enter Europe. There's no way that Gunman still gets back into our hand, and Ortega's fine. So do you want us
Space it.
space socialist? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we can ABM's
a
Zaire.
great hold card. Oh wait, we're not holding anything.
Yeah. I guess we could
Yeah.
tear down and then ABM with our last AR.
Yep. Oh, they had no ops to speak of.
No change. USSR loses 3.
Oh,
That's cool. I mean, Warsaw, undoes.
Warsaw saves them, but
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was going to be an annoying thing. Just why don't we just ABM Zaire here, and
yeah.
then we can coup Zimbabwe.
Okay. Terrorism. There's Ortega. Colonial rear guards again. Can we flip to China? Can we dominate China? Okay. North Sea oil. We get
Is
to
OPEC
use that
still
at them.
around? Well, OPEC's only worth 1 point.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I like terrorism here.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
The CIA is still floating around.
No, they gave us CIA, but
Oh,
there
they
there
did?
there are other
Okay.
things that could mess them up. Yeah, I'm down for terrorism. I assume they coup Zaire, we coup Zimbabwe, they fix Europe. Looks like we're spacing Muslim, holding Pershing. Oh, that's an interesting card. Okay. Well, at least they have to play everything here. Looks like they're going to get a coup in Asia, and then we can coup Angola. Looks like we're doing good on the clock.
Yeah, we caught up a bit.
Flower power hasn't punished us at all, thanks to Camp David.
Okay, so we got Middle East and Africa left.
Yeah. So once they take Israel, we have to respond. But we've been in control of Muslim, so and we could even wait on spacing Muslim in case they play AWACS, and then we get to use it for ops if they event AWACS.
Is there anything we can do with the extra? It's not really an extra OR AR. I was thinking North Sea oil for the event, but we give up an AR to gain an AR.
Yeah.
But we give up one to gain two in a row.
Yeah, I don't see too much that we can do with that. It's possible
Our
that they should
man,
just realign Zaire here, rather than coup return coup. It would make sense for them to coup Libya, maybe.
eventually we had to shore up Brazil.
A decall for the event.
Okay.
Do you want to just fix that?
Yeah, I think Colonial Regards is a perfect answer to decall. That took almost no time.
Right. Actually, we're ahead on time now.
Okay, there's a coup target.
Hmm.
Definitely need a lower DEFCON or they're going to realign Pakistan.
Pakistan. Okay.
So we have no choice. We have to coup something here.
Yeah. And then they get to coup Zaire. So they're doing really well to like recover the board.
Yeah.
But I still think that our lead is very dominant.
It'd be nice that, like I said, we got some weaknesses to shore up.
Yeah, we need to coup
Brazil,
Zimbabwe. Probably should do that with Ortega.
Inventing our man would be nice.
Agreed. Yeah. The deck is pretty even between red and blue cards. Yeah, I feel like the only thing we could lose to at this point is like Purge Quagmire on the last turn. Is Purge still around? Yeah. Yeah, so we could lose to Purge Quagmire, so we should probably buckle down a bit here. Looks like they're trying to get a Mideast Dom going on, so we'll want to respond to that in turn. Oh, I guess they can't get a Dom because we have all the non-battlegrounds.
Oh, they can coup something.
Yeah.
Lebanon's a coup target, but
Oh, good point. Yeah. What did we roll on that coup? That was pretty low. We rolled a 1. Dang.
yep,
Is Brush War
that
still
happens.
around? No, Brush War's gone. And ABM. Still got to worry about Junta. Could overprotect Venezuela and Brazil at some point. Ooh. All right, so let's coup Zimbabwe.
That opens up Cuba.
Yeah. Man, they're slowly taking everything back. Spooky, spooky.
No, they're all really close.
Yeah.
Their return coup. Okay. Uh, that Central America's already scored. Yep, I like that.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Get some dominations back. Okay. Saudi Arabia.
Well, we might want to hold off on AWACS. It's just 1 point. I think it might be better
No,
to like.
if we take Saudi Arabia, we get the domination, right?
No, it's 3 to
No.
3.
Okay. 3-3. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Cuba would be a better play.
Hmm.
Iron Lady to Cuba or event our man.
Let's just event our man.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. How big is the deck? 27? Hmm.
We could take out 5.
Take out 3. Yeah, I don't know if our man would have enough of a tangible impact. But we ought to do something, right? Maybe just space Pershing?
If we take Cuba,
Mm-hmm.
then we can poke Panama. No, we can't poke Panama. Never mind.
We could just like shore up Venezuela and Brazil.
Yep, that's something we need to do. And shore up Libya.
Maybe put one in Poland. Warsaw's still around. Oh,
I like,
Japan.
yeah, Japan. There we go.
Yeah, Japan seems good. So ABM's gone, so we don't need to worry about, and Brush War's gone, so Pakistan and Thailand are safe.
And Junta.
Yeah, Junta's a reason to shore up Venezuela and Brazil, yeah. Oh no! Well, we need this to miss. Okay, right on.
Base Pershing or Event Arman.
Uh, maybe just start cooing Cameroon?
Okay.
Or, no, I like the idea of spacing Pershing. Yeah, that seems good. All right, come on, give us AWACS already. Ooh, okay. All right. We're stuck in the quagmire.
Oh, there's AWACS. Indy-Paki War is good. We're controlling Warsaw, Solidarity, and Chernobyl. Once we get out of, well, we could, let's see, we could stop them in Africa. If we Chernobyl Africa, can we take,
I think we should just event Africa. Even though they have headline peak,
uh huh,
Brush War, ABM are in the discard pile, so I don't really think there's too much that they could.
okay.
I think Gunman is in the discard pile too, so yeah, I think we just score Africa here. And then if they purge us, we still have quite a few cards.
Can you scroll down to Europe so I can see Europe?
Yeah.
We don't have the ops. Shuttle gives us domination in either Mid East or Asia, right?
Well, doesn't count for final scoring.
Okay.
So unless they're holding Middle East, like we
Oh,
could
this is
take Saudi
event.
Arabia and event shuttle, but if they're not holding Middle East, then
Okay, so where don't we want them to play into for Chernobyl?
uh I mean
Central
we could
America?
always just Chernobyl Europe and go for Europe control.
I don't think we have the ops for that
Oh, okay.
because Solidarity gives us Poland, but then we need two, five.
Eight. Yeah, we
No,
need 8 ops to flip East Germany. And we would need a
do we have
space
it?
Warsaw.
Oh, we do. Evil Empire, Shuttle, and AWACS.
Yeah.
That gives us the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And Willie's already gone, right?
Willie could come back. No, he's in the discard.
So do we play for
Europe
Europe
control?
control?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Be nice to win two team games with Europe control.
Yeah, that's true. It can be Team Ohio's thing. By the way, yeah, for our viewers' sake, neither Joe or I live in Ohio, but we kind of last year we like teamed up with people from Ohio as part of Team Pennsylvania. So we're taking
Then they
turns.
hijacked our team.
Yeah, so we just need to like get out of this trap, right?
Yeah,
So I guess we put Warsaw into the trap or IP war.
Warsaw.
Okay.
IP war still gives us value with India. Yeah, that could change things depending what they pull.
Yeah.
Evil Empire. I think that's our best, or Shuttle.
Or just give them Warsaw. I don't think we need Europe to win.
Okay, that's up to you.
Yeah, because if we give them like shuttle, for instance, then they can coup and stop our Africa Dom. So I think we just
Okay.
give them Warsaw. And then we get our Africa Dom, and it's going to be hard for
No,
them to win,
it
even if
was
we.
worth calculating. So now, do we want to use Chernobyl somewhere?
Well, we're going to have to put Missile Envy into the trap first. First things
Yep.
first. All right. So we can't
We can.
use Missile Envy. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
no
So we'll
longer
give them
legal.
shuttle. We're out. Now we have to use Missile Envy. I don't understand how.
I don't know. I think so. That would be a nice fluke if we could invent it, but I'm pretty sure we have to play it.
Yeah.
This is one of those over the board discussions that could make the uh, tournament complicated.
For sure. Yeah.
By the way, you gonna be at WBC this year?
When is it?
Uh, hang on. Since you're recording this, I want to be accurate.
Fair enough.
The first day of WBC is the 26th of July.
I think I'm going to be out of town, unfortunately.
Oh, that's
But
unfortunate.
yeah.
Okay, so we don't have a coup. Libya, did we have to play it?
Yeah. I assumed we had to play it. Maybe it. That would have
After
been
all
a
that
good.
discussion.
Oh man, I sorry, I got distracted and I just played on autopilot defending Libya.
Okay. Now the world will never know.
We can still event solidarity.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Touching Russia is always a good idea.
And then we can still event Evil Empire, IP War.
AWACS gives us
Saudi. Yeah.
Saudi.
Muslim's gone, so we could just as easily put the ops in, but
Yeah.
yeah, so what? Middle East is the only unscored region.
Central's a push. South America's a push. What's Asia look like? Does that get +1?
It's a push, yeah.
No, it's push.
I think we're +1 in South America.
So we're at 5, and Europe is another 5, so we're at +10.
Yeah.
Oh, Europe is 6. Okay.
Until they fill Poland, yeah.
Well, solidarity. What will that do? Will that give us Poland?
It'll put us one ahead in Poland. It'll at least keep them busy.
Yep.
Then we
Especially
just
if
need to
we.
get our mill ops. I think we don't play IP War unless we're eventing Evil Empire.
What happens if we Chernobyl Europe? Oh, never
I
mind.
don't think
Here
we can
comes.
do that.
No, not to take it, but to prevent him. Because if we take control of Poland, that makes Europe worth 8 points.
Right. Well, right now we can't let them jam Mexico, so we got to let them
Okay.
get Central Dom.
Oh, that's right. We're purged. Never mind.
Yeah. So they get Central Dom here. That's okay. I think we can live
Well,
with.
we need a coup. We need a coup target anyhow.
Oh, they didn't. Hmm. Okay, so do you want to coup Guatemala or event Solidarity?
Coup Guatemala.
Okay. I guess I'll use Chernobyl with that because I don't think we can.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our mill ops. 3 IRs left.
We're gonna event AWACS or put the two ops in either way.
Yeah.
Up. Okay. Two
Um,
ops into Saudi. Does that give us?
let's just event Solidarity here.
Okay.
Give them something to respond to. Then we can take Libya and Saudi Arabia.
So we have 5 ops maximum.
Well, we can use
If
the
you
China
play,
card.
that gives us 5 ops if we
Oh,
use the
okay.
chain card.
I see.
Unless we use it in Asia. What happens if we they have an overprotected north? So does breaking north give us Dom in Asia? Oh wait, never mind.
Oh, they're eventing China.
That limits our options.
All right, let's take Poland.
Yep.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so even if they jam Japan with China, it's no big deal. So yeah, Libya's a point, or we can just respond to whatever they do. We could try.
Yeah.
We could spend some time trying to figure out how to like win by the most points possible, but
I don't think it's possible. Don't think that's a problem. I don't think they have.
no, there's nothing they can do here.
No. Inventing Indipaki is even a possibility.
I mean, they should. I think ultimately they should do realigns, right? That's what you're supposed to do in this kind of situation is
Uh,
try to get
they could.
four roll like 6-1
Well, even
rolls.
even if they break both of our dominations, realignments aren't going to give them domination.
Yeah. Like for instance, let's say they remove us completely from Venezuela, Brazil, and Mexico. I still
That would
think we
be
I still think we
that
win,
would be
yeah.
a serious set of rules. That would call for us losing 3 plus 3 rolls or +2 rolls.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah, they just need to get 6-1, 6-1, 6-1. The odds are astronomical, but here they go. Oh,
Okay,
they're doing
they're using China.
okay.
Okay, okay.
Uh
They check do a quick point count with what's Central America worth to them
all right,
now?
so they're up
4.
4 even. We're up uh
I think that's them
4.
saying good
We're up
game.
2. Yeah, so I think we
Yep,
just take Asia Dom
yep,
here.
yep. Agreed.
All right, right on.
Yep. Good game.
Yeah.
I was more than a little concerned coming out of the early war.
Yeah, me too. But I think the fact that they gave us China, or
Yeah,
no,
they
it
had.
looks like they had China going into the mid-war. When did we get it back?
Stole it. No, right there.
Oh, this is them. Okay, they did give
Yeah,
us China.
yeah. They
So the
gave us
fact that
China
they were
going.
holding 5-year plan without China heading into the mid-war.
Put them in some. Allowed us some concessions.
Yeah, exactly. And then, the fact there's just an onslaught of blue cards.
We got some good cards there. Our ops were not outrageous, but sufficient.
Well, we had amazing ops turn one. It was
Oh
just
yeah,
that we got hit by that like we were kind of crippled by Suez, an effective Suez headline and Warsaw coup. If it weren't for our amazing ops in turn one, we would have had a disaster on our hands in the Middle East.
absolutely. Well, it has been my pleasure playing with you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in.